Methany Jenkins' daughter Addie ran away from the motel. Methany has not confirmed if it was Addie that ran away, but a very reliable source says it is Addie. Why do you think baby Addie ran away? She is a preteen from this motel. Don't you think that the living situation and everything that these kids have endured, it made her run away? People in the comment section are saying that she has depressive disorder, that the baby looks like she has depressive disorder, and I'm calling her a baby because she's still a kid. She's still a baby in my eyes.
Methany Jenkins has built much of her online identity around life inside a single motel room, where her family of 7 has now spent well over 500 days. Over that time, viewers have watched one crisis after another unfold, each one followed by another explanation for why the family still hasn't found permanent housing. So when rumors suddenly spread that one of the children had allegedly gone missing earlier this week, many longtime followers weren't shocked. Instead, the story seemed to fit the narrative people have already formed around the family's situation. But this is where the story becomes far more complicated than the headlines suggest. Despite countless posts circulating across social media, there is still no verified confirmation that Addie, the family's oldest daughter, was ever the child involved. What exists instead are multiple creators repeating versions of the same rumor, each one adding new details while contradicting the last. Rather than presenting clear facts, the internet has been building a story piece by piece, even though many of those pieces don't actually fit together. One creator confidently claimed that Addie had run away from the motel, only to immediately admit there had been no confirmation that she was actually the child involved. In the very same video, the creator relied on what they described as a very reliable source, without ever explaining who that source was or why viewers should trust the information. No police statement was presented. No family member confirmed it. No official documentation was shown. The audience was simply expected to accept that an unnamed source transformed speculation into certainty. The claims didn't stop there. That same creator alleged police had been called after Stephanie reportedly couldn't locate her preteen daughter inside the one-room motel where the family lives together. Once again, no official evidence accompanied the statement. The information was attributed to police scanner chatter, but scanner traffic alone rarely tells the complete story. Calls are dispatched based on limited information, and many situations are resolved long before the public ever learns what actually happened. Treating those initial dispatches as finalized facts can create a completely inaccurate picture.
Much grow up on this screen and see what they have to endure when it comes to Drew and Methany. According to the police scanners, Addie ran away on Monday and Stephanie called the police, saying that she could not find her preteen daughter in her one-bedroom motel that she shares with her boyfriend and 5 other kids. People have asked Stephanie on her page if it was Addie, and she has not confirmed, but she hasn't denied it either. People are saying, do you think that she ran away to get some silence or finally made a break from the whole situation? Let's talk about this in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on this.
A second creator covered the same incident, but noticeably changed the wording. Instead of declaring that Addie had run away, this version stated only that a child had reportedly been missing from the motel on Monday night. That difference is significant. A missing child report and a confirmed runaway are not interchangeable. A child may be reported missing for several reasons, including becoming separated from family for a short period or simply being temporarily unaccounted for. Without official confirmation, labeling the situation as a runaway case goes far beyond what the available information actually supports. Despite those important distinctions, the rumor continued to evolve as it spread online. A vague report about a missing child quickly became a runaway story. Soon afterward, the runaway was given a name, and before long, social media users began assigning motives. Some claimed Addie had finally escaped the chaos of motel life. Others speculated about her mental health, suggesting she suffered from depression or simply wanted silence away from the crowded room she shares with her family. None of these theories came from verified sources. They were assumptions created entirely by strangers observing the family's life through a screen. This is often how online rumors grow. Each repost adds another layer of certainty despite very little new evidence. By the time the story reaches thousands of viewers, the original uncertainty has disappeared, replaced with confident statements that were never actually proven. What may have started as an unverified report becomes accepted as fact simply because enough people repeat it. Another point fueling speculation is Stephanie's silence. Followers noticed that questions appeared on her social media asking whether Addie was the child mentioned in the alleged police scanner reports. Stephanie has not publicly confirmed the claim, but she also hasn't issued a denial. For many online commentators, that silence became evidence in itself. However, remaining silent is not the same as confirming a rumor. People choose not to respond publicly for countless reasons, especially when children are involved. Assuming guilt or confirmation simply because someone declines to comment creates conclusions that aren't supported by facts. The family's housing situation has also become part of the discussion. More than 500 days have now passed since Stephanie, Drew, and their children reportedly became homeless following their eviction. During that time, critics have frequently questioned why the family remains in the motel despite receiving significant financial support from viewers. Others argue that the prolonged instability could have emotional effects on the children.
I'm really kicking myself in the ass right now because someone tagged me in the comments in Stephanie's newest video. It's now deleted, and that's why I'm kicking myself in the ass. That Addie tried to run away 2 nights ago. I did some simple Google searches. I didn't see anything saying hey, keep on the lookout for a child this age, this description, blah blah blah, this name. So I'm not going into full investigative mode for this crazy lady. But so if there's no report, how would this person know? Also, it really did look like it was one of the alt accounts. It was Dr. Jenna that commented it, and it had one of those character photos that Stephanie likes to use in her alt accounts. So is this something that actually happened, or is Stephanie just trying to drum up drama to keep herself relevant? Let me know what you think.
While those concerns are understandable, they remain separate from the current rumor. Difficult living conditions alone do not prove that any child ran away or explain what may or may not have happened that night. At this stage, the verified facts remain surprisingly limited. There has been no public confirmation from law enforcement identifying the child involved. Stephanie has not confirmed that it was Addie. No official report has established that the situation was a runaway case rather than a temporary missing person report. Much of what continues circulating online is built on speculation layered over speculation. The larger takeaway isn't just about one family. It's about how quickly social media transforms uncertainty into certainty. A single unverified claim can travel across multiple platforms, gaining dramatic details with every repost until it bears little resemblance to the original information. By the end of that process, audiences often remember the rumor far more clearly than the fact that it was never confirmed. Until credible evidence emerges, the most responsible approach is to separate verified information from internet speculation. Right now, there are far more questions than answers. Regardless of where viewers stand on the resilient Jenkins family, this story involves a child, and that makes accuracy far more important than clicks, engagement, or viral headlines. Bethany Jenkins can hardly act surprised that strangers have become invested in every rumor involving her children. For months, she and Drew have shared nearly every chapter of their family's motel life online, turning their housing struggles, arguments, and emotional moments into ongoing content. When a family chooses to broadcast so much of its private life, public speculation inevitably follows. That doesn't make every rumor true, but it does explain why audiences immediately begin dissecting every new claim. As the story continued spreading, a third creator approached it from a different angle. Instead of repeating the runaway narrative, they focused on where the rumor actually came from. According to them, someone had commented beneath one of Stephanie's recently uploaded videos, one that was later deleted, claiming Addie had attempted to run away 2 nights earlier. Curious, the creator started searching for anything that could support the allegation. What they found was almost nothing. There were no public missing child alerts, no official notices asking people to watch for a child matching Addie's description, and no obvious evidence supporting the claim. That absence immediately raised another question. If there were no public reports, how did the person in the comments supposedly know about the incident in the first place? The creator then pointed to something else that caught their attention. The account posting the information reportedly used a cartoon-style profile picture similar to accounts that critics have previously accused Stephanie of operating herself. Based on that similarity, the creator wondered aloud whether the rumor had been planted simply to generate attention and keep the family's names circulating online. It's certainly an interesting theory, But that's all it is. A profile picture doesn't identify who owns an account, and similar avatars are used by countless people across social media. Without evidence directly connecting the account to Stephanie, suggesting she orchestrated the rumor remains speculation just as much as the original runaway story itself. That leaves two uncomfortable possibilities. One is that a genuine incident involving a child occurred and was almost instantly transformed into online entertainment before the facts were established. The other is that an unverified story gained traction because controversy surrounding the Jenkins family consistently attracts views and engagement. Neither scenario reflects well on social media, and neither one places the well-being of the children at the center of the conversation. Perhaps the bigger issue isn't whether Addie actually left the motel. It's why so many people found the story believable without asking for proof. By most accounts, the family has now spent roughly 16 months living together in a single motel room. During that time, critics have repeatedly questioned the family's living conditions, and many also continue discussing allegations that their pets were abandoned following the eviction from their previous home. Whether those accusations are fair or not, they have contributed to a public perception that the family situation has steadily deteriorated. More than 500 days have reportedly passed without stable housing. At some point, describing the motel as temporary begins to lose its meaning. Plenty of families rely on motel accommodations during financial hardship, and there is no shame in that. Rising housing costs, unexpected setbacks, and eviction can happen to anyone. The criticism surrounding the Jenkins family isn't simply about living in a motel, it's about how long the situation has continued, and the fact that 7 people are reportedly sharing a single room with no clear timeline for change. Another reason the story resonated with viewers is the way Stephanie often speaks about the family's circumstances. Critics argue that she appears remarkably calm about the prolonged living arrangement, sometimes giving the impression that remaining in the motel has become the new normal. Adults may be capable of enduring difficult situations for extended periods, but children experience those same months very differently. Every day without privacy, every night spent sharing one room, and every personal moment unfolding in front of a camera can leave a lasting impact. In the Jenkins household, Stephanie and Drew decide what gets recorded, uploaded, and explained to viewers. The children, meanwhile, have no control over what parts of their lives become public. As a result, when rumors emerged suggesting one of the children wanted to leave, many viewers accepted the possibility almost instantly. That reaction doesn't prove the rumor happened. It simply reflects how many people already viewed the family's circumstances before the allegation ever appeared online. Unfortunately, the speculation didn't stop there. As often happens on social media, people quickly began analyzing Addie's mental health based on short video clips. Comment sections filled with claims that she appeared depressed or emotionally withdrawn. Those assumptions deserve serious caution. No one can diagnose a child by watching edited social media videos. Looking tired, quiet, frustrated, or unhappy on camera does not amount to medical evidence, and assigning psychological labels to a minor based purely on internet speculation crosses a line that responsible discussion should never ignore. The conversation soon shifted from the rumor itself to something even more concerning: people attempting to diagnose a child they have never met. Across comment sections, viewers began claiming Addie looked depressed or emotionally broken based on a handful of edited videos. That kind of speculation crosses an important line. A child appearing quiet, withdrawn, or unhappy on camera is not enough to draw conclusions about their mental health. No one watching through a phone screen knows what happened before filming started, what happened after it ended, or what support that child may have in her personal life. Genuine concern is understandable, but concern should never be mistaken for a medical opinion. What unfolded online was a familiar pattern. A single unverified rumor quickly evolved into sweeping assumptions about a child's emotional state. Suddenly, thousands of strangers were discussing psychological conditions as though they had first-hand knowledge of the situation. Social media has a habit of rewarding certainty over caution, and in this case, speculation spread far faster than facts ever could. Expressing worry for a child is one thing. Assigning mental health labels without evidence is something entirely different. This also highlights a larger issue surrounding the Jenkins family's online presence. Over time, the children have gradually stopped being viewed as real kids and have instead become recurring characters in an ongoing internet story. Because so much of their daily life has been documented publicly, audiences have started creating narratives around each child, deciding who seems responsible, who appears frustrated, or who looks exhausted. Once those assumptions become established, every new rumor is filtered through them, making speculation feel believable even when there is little evidence to support it. That's why this latest allegation gained momentum so quickly. A deleted comment suddenly became meaningful. Silence from Stephanie was interpreted as confirmation. A vague report about a missing child transformed into a fully developed storyline that many viewers accepted without hesitation. None of those assumptions prove what actually happened. They simply demonstrate how easily public perception fills in gaps when a family's private life has already been placed under constant public scrutiny. Whether Stephanie herself played any role in spreading this specific rumor remains completely unverified. There is no evidence proving she created or encouraged the speculation. However, what is undeniable is that years of sharing deeply personal family moments online have created an environment where strangers feel comfortable debating every aspect of her children's lives. The internet has been given extraordinary access to a family that, in many ways, no longer has meaningful privacy. When all the speculation is stripped away, the confirmed facts remain surprisingly limited. Reports circulating online suggest that a child was allegedly reported missing from the motel on Monday night. Several creators believe that child was Addie, but none have produced definitive proof. One relies on an unnamed source. Others point to alleged police scanner traffic. Another questions whether the entire rumor originated from a suspicious social media account. Stephanie has not publicly addressed the claims, and no official statement has identified the child involved. Because of that, there are still major questions without answers. There is no verified confirmation that Addie intentionally ran away. There is no public information explaining how long the child was reportedly missing, whether they left voluntarily, or whether anyone was ever in danger. Likewise, absolutely nothing confirms the mental health theories circulating online. At this point, those claims remain nothing more than speculation. The situation will only become clearer if credible evidence emerges, whether through an official report, a verified statement from the family, or other reliable documentation. Until then, repeating the most dramatic version of events doesn't make it more accurate. It simply makes the rumor louder. Looking at the situation objectively, several possibilities remain. A child may have briefly left the room. A child may have been temporarily unaccounted for before being located safely. The original scanner information may have been misunderstood, or a single online comment may have snowballed into a viral controversy. Right now, no one outside the people directly involved can say with certainty which explanation is correct. What is clear, however, is that the Jenkins family continues to live in prolonged instability while presenting that reality to an online audience. Adults may choose to adapt to difficult circumstances, but children often experience those same circumstances very differently. They need privacy, consistency, security, and the ability to grow without every difficult moment becoming public content. Perhaps the most troubling part of this story isn't whether Addie ever left the motel. It's that so many people immediately believed she might have. That reaction says less about the rumor itself and far more about how the family situation is viewed by the public. When thousands of strangers can instantly imagine a child wanting to escape her environment, it reflects the perception that has developed after months of watching the family's struggles unfold online. Until credible evidence says otherwise, it would be irresponsible to describe Addie as a runaway or to treat internet speculation as established fact. What can reasonably be said is that the family remains in a difficult situation, the children continue living under intense public attention, and a rumor involving a minor became viral before anyone had confirmed even the most basic details. If there's a lesson to take away, it's that children deserve facts, privacy, and protection, not to become the center of an online mystery built almost entirely on assumptions.